guys doing? Carla, Sandy, Slip, welcome. Adjusting the frame a little bit there. Hey Slip, it's good to see you. See you over there in the luxury lounge. Dave McWilliams, how you doing, man? Good to see you, Dave. Marco, welcome. Slip. Carlos, how's your day, man? Mine was kind of sucky. I tripped over, scared my dog. I tell you what, also kind of scared my roommate. Like, you know, I had a full cup of coffee, and I just like, you know, tripped over my feet like I do. And it, you know, my dog felt like I was throwing a cup of coffee at him because he kind of went in his direction, but didn't hit him. But he was like, "Holy!" And my roommate was like, "Dude, you alright?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go." That's the kind of day I had so far. I'm fixing to turn that, switch that around. Dave McWilliams, yeah, in the horizontal feed you can see Goldie and Paulie, my other two guitars. They're both chomping at the bit. They are both hoping that this new A string doesn't work out. Yesterday it didn't work out. Goldie got to come in. I'm pretty confident Sparkle's gonna make it. I might switch out guitars just for fun, not because of a breakdown. Austin Sperry, how you doing? Welcome. Also, welcome Sally Murphy, Herschel, Radman, Roger, AJ, TikTok, Dylan, Clive, AJ, Dave, Carlos, Slip, Marco, welcome y'all. Kevin, welcome. How you guys being here? If you're playing along, I'm in key A. Play this just a little bit more and I'm going to switch it up, but right now we're in A. The neck there. You guys see that? Once in a while I fall off the neck, and I fell off the neck. Staying in the key A, if you're playing along. switching to key of C if you guys play along with me. AJ, welcome Daniel Berry. I'm not welcome. AJ. Yeah, actually, yeah, pretty much pentatonic scale, more or less. Barbara Tassinelli, good to see you. Port Swing Tunes, how you doing? Oh shit, I'm in A. I lied. It's not C. I'm sorry guys, but so we're going to keep going in A. You guys playing along? Sister Sunshine. Ah, it's good to see you. Sister Sunshine. Massimo. I don't really have tutorials. I'm not really a guitar teacher. I'll tell you everything I know here. I'll tell you what. There's somebody on here called Shauna. To talk to her. I think she knows more about how I play than I play. But I'm really very simple, sir. I'm just playing sort of blues. That's it. I just did it for 40 years, so I don't think she's here right now. Wicked Matt. I tell you what, this hat is not a Stetson. Because they are, well, they're mighty proud of them. They are more proud of their hats than I want one of those. So it's actually I don't know, my local hat store's knockoff. My local cowboy hat store where I get all my stuff. I like it. It's called Gomez Country. Right around the corner. Good prices. Sister Sunshine. Michael Kirkhoff. Berlin. Oh wow, awesome. Welcome. That's early there. Kawa GTR, welcome. Hey, Wicked Man. Welcome. Barbara Tassinelli, Massimo, Wicked Man, Chicken Pasta, Beauty Guitars. How you doing? Carlos, thanks for being here, guys. So, do questions that are like, I don't teach any lessons or stuff, but I am thinking about making like something that sort of explains what I'm thinking, but then I realize this is what I'm saying. I can explain it right now. For 40 years, I played guitar. I played so many major scales, so many Mixolydian scales, so many arpeggios, and some point, like people say, what do you think of? And I go, if I'm thinking, everything screws up. Because I'm not thinking at all. I'm humming in my head when I want to play. But if I start thinking what I'm playing, it all falls apart. It's a train wreck, man. Goody guitars. I did hit 15,000 yesterday. Which I'm utterly amazed at. I hope Grandma stops by one of these days and says hi. My Haven, hey, welcome. Leon Hill, welcome. Deacon Moran, welcome. Sister Sunshine, I bet you're playing some more, huh? Luke, welcome. Get to. I'm not really used to tuning because I change strings about once every 2 years normally. After 6 months, the strings really don't go out of tune. Sister Sunshine, David Sarkis, welcome. India, that's awesome. I truly just, I love it that people all over the world listen. Thank you. I'll tell you. Night Raver, welcome. Justin Perry, welcome. If I haven't said yet hello, I'd like to. So, you know, don't be shy. If it's your first time here, I would love it if you would hit like. I'd also love it if you'd subscribe and hang out with us more. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. 9 o'clock Central US time. It's about 11:30. And we've got plenty of room. So if you want to hang out more, please do. Sister Sunshine, hey. Porch Swing Tunes, thank you. Porch Swing Tunes, I see you in a bunch of other feeds. I think we've chatted in other feeds. I love watching other people on these feeds. I just do. The guy I saw lately, I saw yesterday. He's like Cello Yuri. Dude named Yuri who plays the cello. Quite a brilliant name, really. It says it all. He was great. I mean, I watched for an hour. I just had a blast. I love watching Brody. I mean, there's so much exciting, fun stuff to watch on here. And then there's also incredible, like, junk. I'll be frank, not so much in the music thing, but there are weird things in the live stream feed. So I'm very happy you guys have found your way here. I hope you find it a safe place to hang out. And if you haven't checked out the horizontal feed or the luxury lounge, the VIP room, you just tap on my face, go to the GuitarGuyATX channel. Right after you've hit subscribe, you'll see this. Well, you'll already see them, but there'll be two, like, you know, live streams. One of them is this one, and the other one is this one, but you can see further than I am reaching here. It's a nice place to hang out. I think the sound's a little better, and the picture's a lot crisper and a little darker. Dave McWilliams is over there. Jersey Guitar Guy is there. Goody Guitars is over there. So if you don't want to see them, stay here. But if you're cool with them, you can just go over there. I just joke, there's no reason to not be cool with them. They're fantastic. Terry Cargan, welcome. Sister Sunshine, that's good to see you. play it later maybe, but right now I was just using a tune-up moped mic. yeah. I am using the same pedal. Everything more or less the same. Mama Shredder, how you doing? How's Brody doing today? Is Brody playing today, right? AJ, I'll be very, very proud to be approved by Marty McFly, I tell you what. I dare say that most of the guys listening, just like me, saw that movie and took away from it, wow, I really want that pickup truck. That was a beautiful pickup truck. Did you see that pickup truck he got at the end? It's my age group. Fishing Dad, welcome. Calvin Farron, how you doing? Johnny and hey man. AJ. Rachel, you might need glasses. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Shakil, welcome. It's great to see you. Shout out to India. Cabin Farron, good to hear that. Kia C. Captain, you still here? You heading over to Brody? Say hello from me. Tell him I said hi and rock out. Alright? Terry Strap. What are you talking about? Hope you're well. Captain Farron, welcome. Sister Sunshine, good to see you. John Hollingdale, Massachusetts, welcome. Rachel McGinnis, welcome. Sister Sunshine. John Hollingdale. Yeah, man. Fender. I'll tell you, it could be called Bubblegum, man. Shaquille. see you. Slip, good to see you. Evan Kelly. Nice styling pigtails tonight. Oh my gosh. That's not guitar. That's brilliant. Matthias, welcome. Shauna, how you doing? You was playing. You never have to be sorry. Was you playing with other people or were you just practicing, Shauna? Dave McWilliams, Carlos Shaquille, Slip. Everybody else over there in the horizontal stream, welcome y'all. And everybody in the vertical feed here. I'm so happy to have you here. If this is your first time here, I'd love it if you'd hit like, maybe even hit subscribe. Hang out with us more. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, but not Tuesday. Ain't no blue Tuesday at the Guitar Guy ATX channel. Every other night, 9 o'clock Central. Love to see you. We have a horizontal feed, and we got a vertical feed. Free to watch either one. I'd love to have you here. Plenty of room. Hadinoto, welcome. Hadinoto, welcome. welcome. I can't even begin to pronounce your first name right. I'm so sorry. But welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Everybody, thank you. QB flat if you're playing along. Gertrude, welcome. Derek, welcome. Sister Sunshine, Shauna, Alley Cat, welcome. It's great to see all of you. Southwest 77, hey. Welcome. If you guys playing along with me, I'm QB flat. So, welcome. Carlos, how you doing? Sister Sunshine, Gertrude, Derek, Shauna, Alley Cat, Lurk Away. That's a good point, Sister Sunshine, thank you. Please hit like. I'd love it if you hit like and hang out more. Lewis, thank you so much. Hey, Lewis. Thank you. Lewis is a member. I'll tell you what, that really helps. Very grateful. Thank you. Derek, JW. Thank you, man. Thank you all. So I told everybody earlier, a little sore. I fell over today in my living room with a, you know when you're thinking, you make some coffee and you're like, should I make a big cup of coffee or a regular sized cup of coffee? And I'm gonna make a giant sized cup, a 24-ounce cup of coffee. I made a 24-ounce cup of coffee. And then I tripped over my feet. I wish I made a small coffee. It went flying, although I fell flat. I sort of fell, I fell over. The dog was not impressed at all. Yeah, the dog was like, every time I fall over, I always want August to be like, oh, Dave, I'll protect you, whatever, But he's always like, well, I don't know what's up with this guy. And he leaves the scene. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm just a tad stiff from that fall. Shauna. Hey. How you doing? Earlier I asked you if you were practicing, or if you were playing guitar with other people. Earlier. I didn't stick around to hear your answer. I just kept playing. So I was wondering if you were practicing or band practice or any that kind of stuff. Is it cold in New York? Tell you what, it is not cold in Austin, Texas. It was 93 and humid today. I'm just dreaming of the first. I'm dreaming of feeling cold. I say that now, but I'll be moaning about it later. JW, I'm glad I didn't hurt myself too. I always tell you all to be nice to yourselves, and to give yourselves a little bit of grace. Well, I was not giving myself any grace after that. I was all upset at myself for falling over. And I was like, I better be nice to myself. I better give myself a bit of grace like I tell everybody else. And I took a couple of Advil, and here I am. 40s. Oh my gosh. You know, in Texas, when that first like cold front hits, it's a magical thing. First cold front of the year. It's not coming for a while, I'm sure. realize I fall over so much, I just go with it, you know, but every time I do it, I feel like I'm so lucky I didn't, like, you know, break a finger or, you know, arm, you know, and I beat myself up, and I say, all right, don't beat yourself up, just be more careful, always use my cane, you know. 690-00. Welcome. Sister Sunshine, Carlos, Graham, Lewis, thank you. JW, Shauna, Carlos, Alley Cat, how you doing? Georgia. Georgia, you are up early. You are here early. Welcome. Thank you for being here. I hope the weather in Italy, the weather in northern Italy is perfect today. Not too hot, not too cold. And I hope it's a very boring, uneventful day. Comagle, welcome. Chad D, welcome, thank you. I love Sparkles too. So what, I played a bunch of, probably 50 strats before I bought this one. Like, and I probably owned 4 before I finally settled on this one. You gotta try a lot of strats. I'll tell you, there was one strat, I thought it was a strat for me. It was red, and I always used to test out guitars by like, I would like, I'll touch it here and then play the note and see how long it rang for. So to see how the whole neck and the guitar vibrated. And I found this one guitar, it's a red Strat. And you played a note and it just got louder and louder and louder. It never stopped sustaining. It was insane. And I thought that's what I wanted. I bought that guitar and I played it for 6 months or so, and I realized I do not need that. I do not need endless sustain. I want a note that goes. I can make it go. Chad, yeah, man, this is a master-built custom shop Strat from like it's either like late 90s or early 2000s. I'm the third owner. I've had it, I think, 12 years. Looking back, maybe 13, and it's the longest I've ever owned a Strat, 81 Strat. I like I said, I bonded with this guitar. Sparkles, you know. You see, Sparkles does this thing, this sparkle thing once in a while. And I saw Sparkles across the room. Sparkles was on the counter in the guitar store, Austin Vintage Guitars. And I saw Sparkles. Sparkles did the sparkly thing, and I went, wow, I'll go try that guitar out. Did. I was like, I think I like this guitar. 12 years later, I still think I like this guitar. I did not ever meet Stevie Ray, man. No, I was here. No, I did not. I got here sort of right as he passed, you know. And so I never got to meet Stevie, no. But I met a lot of his friends, and they were the ones who told me, Dave, don't play Stevie. You will never be Stevie. And they were right. So I don't play Stevie Ray Vaughan. But it's out of respect. And I love listening to other people play Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan started me playing blues, you know. So, none but respect. I can't do it. That's Stevie. I even got a chance to play on his guitar pick, on a guitar pick that he recorded Taxman with. He recorded Taxman a long time ago, so like one of his early ones. A buddy of mine has the guitar pick. The engineer gave it to him. And he asked me if I wanted to use it to play a song. I was like, I picked it up and I was like, no, man, I can't. And he couldn't either. He's had that pick all these years, never once played a song with it. You know. Now, none but respect for Steve Ray. I've got to meet Jimmy a couple times. Got to sit on a couch in the back of the guitar store and jam with Jimmy. And he told me, he said, Dave, I like to try and play the notes long enough that people can hear them. And I went, yeah, I probably need to try and do that. I'm still trying to do that. Still in the key of C, back to the key of C. I think Fender Jaguars are probably great guitars. I've never actually ever even played, I've never played a Fender Jaguar. So I can't say I have an opinion on a Fender Jaguar that's worth listening to. Georgia, have a great day. I really like Telecasters, love Telecasters, but you gotta have like I don't know, I played a Telecaster once that ruined Telecasters for me, because it was so amazing, it was incredible. It was a buddy of mine, and he brought it over, and it was like, the notes just sparkled. It was amazing. It was the most perfect Tele I ever played. And I had a Tele at the time, and after playing that Tele, I was like, I don't even have a Tele. I got rid of that. If I could have a Telecaster like that one, that's the second best guitar I ever held in my hand. The best one was the ES330 that was utterly beaten. Like it was played till it was hardly anything holding it together, and I saw why as soon as I picked it up. Sometimes you pick up a guitar and it's just like, wow, it just sparkles like the notes, and it's just fantastic. Welcome Nathan, welcome Dan. I hope you guys will hang out. Clarence, welcome. I don't actually play any covers, so I hope it doesn't like ruin it for you. You might hang out, you might not. Everybody is new. AJ Bateman, Paul, super welcome. Slim Goody T, hey. Anybody who's new, I hope you might hit like, hit subscribe, hang out with us more. We're here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Not Tuesday, but every other night, 9 o'clock Central to about 11:30. And it goes till 11:30, 11:45, 12, something like that. So guys, if you're playing along, Kia C, Carlos, David McWilliams, Alley Cat, everybody over in the Horizontal Luxury Lounge, welcome. And everybody over here, welcome. Antonio, Sydney, welcome. Nathan, I bet you are wonderful. I'm a wonderful man. Glad to have you here and welcome. Welcome all of you guys. And thank you. Wonderful person. I really hope that you become a happy person. And welcome. Always welcome here. So loves the law. Welcome. George, I know, I can't believe it. I mean, like, it's kind of funny. When I started doing this, I was like, I think 2,000 or 1 or 2,000 was my ultimate goal, subscribers. And it took a whole year to get to 1,000 subscribers. It was hard to get the first 1,000 subscribers. It's not easy. But after that, it's a lot easier. Hey, Helder, also want to tell you you are a wonderful person, and I really hope that everything goes well for you in life, and everything is always lovely for you. Thank you for being here. Sister Sunshine, I so love us a lot. Thank you. Thank you, so loves a lot. Thank you all. If you guys are playing along, I'm going to see right now. I'll change in a minute. And thanks for being here. Still loves a lot, loves me. Thank you, brother. just the sunshine. Hey, good night. Always awesome having you here. Sir loves a lot. Carlos. Zen, welcome. Lowell, welcome. Hubert, welcome. One of my favorite guitar players. Shares your first name. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Hubert Sumlin, man, that was a guitar player. Everybody who's in the horizontal feed, thank you for being there. Everybody in the vertical feed, I hope you might check out the horizontal feed and maybe hit like, maybe even hit subscribe, hang out with us more. Got a couple more songs. This one, it's in C. I'm fixing to change to E. If you got harp, get your A harp ready. Shakil, well, welcome, or rather, good night, man. Thank you. Shout out to India. Shakil, thank you. Man, you've been here. You're a long-time listener. I really appreciate you. Thank you. George Ordway, thank you for being here. And thank you for being a member. And thank you for being a medium link listener. But Shakil, he's been here like 9 months or something. He's been listening to me almost since the beginning. That's amazing. Thank you. George, thank you for being here. Thank you. Lowell Castro, welcome. Zin, I think I'm not saying that right. Who? Hello. Carlos, so loves a lot. I'll tell you what, first time you hear George Jones, wow, yeah, Sir loves a lot. No kidding. Man, first time you listen to He Stopped Loving Her Tonight. Oh, wow. Alright, give me a shot at this song. I messed it up earlier. Francisco from Tijuana, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I guess this one's in A, not E. The next one will be in E. If you got your A harp out, put it away and get your D harp out. If you were getting ready to play down here, move your hand up to here. George, thank you. Yeah, no, so loves a lot. Definitely 6 months. You are also long term. Thank you. Rua from Brazil, hello, welcome. Oh, I'm so lucky. So many of you just have been watching, growing with me, been on this journey. Wow. Wow. This is great. Thank you. George, awesome. Thank you guys. If you haven't already checked out, anybody here hasn't checked out the horizontal feed? If you're in the vertical feed, that horizontal feed, it's clearer. It sounds a little better. It's a little bit darker though. You might like the bright lights. This is the place. Wiki from Argentina, welcome. Thanks for being here. two more songs. tell you what, Christina White, you need a dance party, slide on over to the horizontal feed, because it's good night time on the vertical feed. But I'm going to play another song, and it's actually going to be a boogie, a guitar boogie on the horizontal feed. So if you want to get there, you just tap on my face on the vertical feed. It takes you to the channel. You'll see two live streams. There's this one, and there's the vertical feed, or horizontal feed rather. The vertical feed's got like the announcement on it, and the other's just a picture of me sitting here looking goofy. Click on that one. We're gonna have a little after party and play another song. But right now, it's the end of the night here. It's that time you don't have to stay here. That's not it, is it? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. That's it. Oh, sorry, that's true. But the good news is, I'm going to be back in 21 hours. And if you head over to the horizontal feed, you will get an entire other song or two. You know. So, I hope to see you there. The rest of you, please hit like. Double tap that screen, hit like. And I'd love it if you subscribe. But otherwise, just hope to bump into you all again. Now, moderators, thank you. Carlos, Shauna, Sister Sunshine, Goody Guitars, Dave McWilliams, Sandy. Who else was here? Captain Farron. Hey, all of you guys, thank you. I see how much work, how much time you put into helping me do this. And thank you so much. Thank you. Wow. You know. And if you're part of the family, that means you've been here more than once. You don't get a card or anything, but you're part of the family. Family, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you're new here, I hope you'll become part of the family. Just spend any more time with us and you're there. You know? And thank you. So, all of you guys, I love you guys. Thank you. Be nice to yourselves. Look after yourselves. Look after your friends, look after your family, and look after your neighbors. You know, it's a crazy time out there right now. And I really hope you're all safe. I hope you all stay safe. And Christina, you're a wonderful person, and I hope that you become a happy person. And I'm sure you will. Thank you for being here. Evan Kelly, you certainly can be. So, listen, look after yourselves. Look after your friends, look after your families, look after your neighbors. Most of all, look after yourselves and give yourselves a bit of grace. Give yourselves a grace that you might give to somebody else. Good example was earlier today when I fell over. You know, I was kind of beating myself up afterwards, but things happen. Gotta roll with it. I hope you guys give yourselves that bit of grace that, you know, you might give somebody else. And look after yourself so you can look after other people, so you can be the person you should be. I love you guys. I see you guys. I'm so very thankful for you guys. I love you guys. Thank you. Head over the horizontal if you want to see more. And the rest of you guys, thank you and good night. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys. I do not take this for granted. I really don't. I know how lucky I am. And thank you, because I see how lucky I am. I know it. Thank you very much. Thank you and good night. Good night, Sir Loves a Lot. Good night, Happy King. Good night, Dave McWilliams. Good night, George Ordway. Good night, Christina White. Good night, Evan Kelly. Good night, Southwest 77. Good night, Sir Loves a Lot. Good night, Matthew Bailey. Good night, Easton. Oh, Easton, head over to the horizontal feet and just say good night. And Michael, good night. All of you guys, thank you. Good night. I love you guys. Head over to the horizontal feet if you want to hear another song or two. The rest of you guys, I'll see you 21 hours from now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, y'all. George, David, Carlos, Johnny Ray Ramone, how you guys doing? Welcome. That was a fun night. So, thank you guys. You guys playing along, I'm in G. McWilliams, George Ordway. I tell you, that was a bumper night for hiding people, you know. Crazy, right? I think I hit 5 people. Normally I hide like 1 or none. That's impressive. David Williams, thank you. I tell you, I'm going to be taking a little bit more Advil. I know I'm going to be sore tomorrow. I was already sore after falling today. But Advil works for me. Keeps me, I don't know, ignoring. I'll be a stiffness. I tell you, I fell over. My dog really, he thought, you know, so like my dog thought I was throwing a cup of coffee at him almost, you know, and I'm like, dude, what are the chances that I would be across the other end of the room and fall over and hurl a cup of coffee at you? August. not much, right? But no, he's like, I gotta get out of here. That old man's crazy. He's throwing coffee around. Actually not wearing my cowboy hat. I was not wearing a hat. I was just carrying a huge cup of coffee. I remember making the choice to make a 24-ounce cup of coffee and not a 12-ounce cup of coffee, and I regret that. My rug regretted that. My dog regretted that. I will let you know, Carlos. I'll tell you what, I got an excellent roommate right now. In fact, my roommate now, he was my roommate, I guess in my 20s. Yeah, he was my roommate back in my 20s for a few years then. He's a great guy, drummer. He plays around town a bunch. And the best possible thing is we have entirely opposite schedules. It's like I never see him, never sees me. So I have my house to myself, even if I have a roommate. I do not have a dog wash or a dog washer. My dog does not like getting washed, but he needs a bath right now. I was talking to him about that today, before I threw coffee at him. Hey, did I lose you guys? Am I still there? I can't see you guys. I'm reloading, seeing if I'm still there. I'm still here. Hey, that was a little odd. My YouTube crashed and then came back. Yeah, George, actually down here in my neighborhood we got a couple of those, or close to my neighborhood, we got a couple of those dog washers. I've never used one. I just say no, now's the time, August. And he like flips his ears back and puts his tail down and goes, oh man. And I just, hose. It's different in Texas because it's so hot. I don't worry about him getting cold. Yeah, George, that was weird. That was weird. But I'm back. David McWilliams, did your feet crash like mine did? George's did? Thank you for making it back. Extraordinary person. Hello. Hey, y'all hit like before you forget. Please. Alright, y'all. I'm about done. that wore out for the night. That was a fun one. It's weird how people like, I'm just thinking about trolls. They're weird. I don't understand. I feel really bad for them. I mean, it's like, how bad must your life suck that you do that sort of stuff? It's really sad. Anyway, I guess I was just thinking about that because hiding 5 people, that's kind of a record for me. I'm quite amazed. Anyway, thank you guys. I love you guys. Carlos, George, extraordinary person. Thunder Showers, Liam, welcome. Joseph D, welcome. All you guys. Extraordinary person. I hit 5 people. That's a record for me. Maybe I was just like, you know, maybe I was I don't know, more hide heavy than normal. But yeah, I know. Nah, I don't know, it's weird. I don't know, some nights are, you know, there's a lot of stress out there right now. And, you know, live streaming, it's kind of like you put yourself in the way of that. And I do know that. And so, you know, I'm so prepared for it. I'm always just sort of shocked by sometimes when I'm like, wow, that's like, that's just odd. You know. No, right, Carlos? It's like, it was a trolly night, but I think that there's a lot of stress out there. Maybe people aren't totally acting themselves, you know. But I do hope the best for them. I really hope that one day they're not that upset that they feel they have to do that. Anyway. Hey. Oh no, it's extraordinary person. It doesn't hurt me at all. Like I'm the child of 2 artists, experimental artists. You can't give me, you know, you can't discourage me. I grew up with experimental artists. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, no, I don't. But I feel bad for them. I feel bad. I do feel bad, like. For, you know, not the world, but for, you know, I'm just sad that people are unhappy like that. There are no happy trolls, you know. Like, nobody with something better to do does that. Shauna, you fell asleep. That's perfect. Was it my dulcet tones that wafted you to sleep? Because I've been doing that for people for decades, mostly in clubs. Hey y'all, thank you. I love you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm a very, very lucky man. I know that. I see it. Thank you. Thank you. You guys especially. Look after yourselves. Give yourselves a bit of grace. Sleep well. I love all of you. I'm so grateful. You guys really. Thank you. Thank you. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your neighbors, look after your family. Give yourselves a bit of grace. Good night, George. Good night, extraordinary person. Good night, Shauna. Good night, Joseph. Good night, Damon Williams. Good night, Carlos. Y'all, I love you guys. Thank you. Good night, George. Good night, all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Joseph, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you and good night. Good night, y'all. Sleep well. I'll see you tomorrow. I am so grateful, and I know how lucky I am, and I'm amazed. Thank you.